Okay, so I'm still working on the octopus drawing, and we've come to a sort of interesting intersection because I've finished, all of these shading and some details, and I'm not 100% happy with where it's at. I feel like there could be more details added. The reference photo has some texture around different parts of the octopus, and I don't know that I want to add the texture, but I do feel like it needs something else. And I'm not sure what that is. So for the sake of progress, what I'm going to do is skip over to the watercolor section and see if that helps. And if it doesn't, I can go back in with the pencil and sort of figure out what it is that I need to add. Which goes to prove that, right, this is all sort of an experiment and the best laid plans and all of that good stuff, right? So sometimes you just make it up as you go along and hope for the best and try and make it look good. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use purple because I use that a lot. I like using it. So I'm going to mix up some purple here in my paints. Actually, let me scoot these over a little closer. And what I'd like to do is add maybe some background color, but what I'm more concerned with at first is I'd like to make some paints dripping off the tentacles of the octopus. So I've got a bunch of paper towels. Everything I own is covered in paint splatter at this point. That's okay. So I'm just going to start. And again, I don't really know if this is the right answer. Sometimes I'm just sort of feeling it out as I go along and seeing what works and what doesn't. And sort of hoping for the best, right? And I want the paint to be dripping at points, but I want to sort of make it a little more controlled as opposed to making it really random, right? I'd like to sort of do a little bit of both. So, although it may be slightly tedious, that's okay. Right? So that's the effect that I'm going for. And I think in certain parts I would like the paint to overlap parts of the octopus. And again, I'm not, I don't have a huge definite plan for this part, other than I would like for it to look good, and I want some paint drops. So I'm just going to sort of start working and see what I think looks good and sort of develop that area. So you can see this is sort of the look that I'm going for. And I just want to sort of keep developing that. Need some color in here. And so the other thing is I play around with techniques too. For example, I just did an owl drawing where I performed everything in the same order as this drawing. I drew the owl first in pencil and then put the paint dripping on afterwards. Also, for the sake of experimentation, I did a drawing where I painted the paper first by itself with the drips and then drew over it. And I found that I preferred the pencil drawing first and the paint after. So really, it's just about trying different things and seeing what you like and seeing what works. Again, there's really not a right answer. It's just, if you think it looks good and you enjoy doing it, that's what counts. Okay, so I'm just going to keep developing it like this. I'm going to add some more paint drips. I'm going to keep adding color, and then I'm going to see, where I'm at with the drawing and how I feel about it after that. And then I'll revisit the pencil sketch and see what details I would like to add.